Hello and welcome back to the Wacky Wonderful Show. This is week
4
I
of
think.
Star Wars.
Yeah, this is another episode we're going to be doing for Star Wars.
Yeah. Star Wars.
The Star Wars.
I'm Joe.
I am Wyatt.
You may know us from the WiseWorks podcast. If you don't, you should check that out.
Or the Wiseworks Studio channel.
That's true. We're all up in there as well.
Doing our reaction stuff.
Absolutely. All kinds of breakdowns. Things from this show, actually.
Right. But we took a little bit of a break.
Yep. Things got busy.
Things got really busy. Joe's going on trips.
Touch and go there for a second.
Yeah. It's still touch and go. Stop lying.
It's still touch and go. But we're making it. We're rolling right along.
Exactly.
Time keeps moving. You got to keep moving with time.
Mm-hmm.
Or die.
Yes. I have hit.
Yes.
I've hit a like prison stage. I've chopped off my hair and I'm working out a lot.
Yeah. Why it's full on penitentiary level.
Yeah, I'm working out and cutting off my hair.
Yeah. So a lot of people, some people are like, oh, you know, that froey hair, not my thing. Some people are like, can't get enough.
Right.
You know, you just decided to be like, the people who liked it, it's gone.
It's gone. Well, I do this sometimes. I chop off all of my hair and start anew.
Fresh. Yeah.
Well, summer's coming up and I wanted to get my hair cut, but I didn't want to get it cut and then have like curly hair in the summer. So I got it cut real short so that throughout the summer it'll grow and still remain short.
Yes.
So that's why I cut it this short. Also, it makes me look mean.
Yeah. And mean is cool.
And mean is cool. Yeah.
Now the next thing is to get some
Big
mean
muscles.
ink. Oh.
I'm gonna go with the muscles.
So yeah, he's gonna get some big muscles.
I'm trying to get some big muscles.
Go for it, bruh. Either
Star
way,
Wars.
we're here to still geek out, even though Wyatt does no longer looks like a geek. He looks like
an inmate.
An inmate. We're gonna still geek out about things because that's what's going on the inside.
Right.
And we're gonna be doing something a little different this week. Not too different, but slightly. So you're gonna be reacting to a video instead of a serious like deep breakdown.
Yeah, I was going over breakdown stuff and I was like, man, you know, I feel like this is really kind of information heavy. People know this information.
Well, not everybody.
Not everybody, but I'm doing it on a character everybody knows about. A little bit of Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
And I thought, you know, why don't we just kind of talk a little bit more casually about Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Look at what I think is a really important scene, not only for the original 3 Star Wars movies, but also the prequels and the new Obi-Wan show coming up.
And in fact, it's from Rebels.
It's from Star Wars Rebels.
So it's an animation.
Yeah.
Did they do motion capture for this fight scene as well?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Bummer.
Yes.
But it wasn't much. I don't want to give it away.
But it's a beautiful scene.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very well done. And I'm going to be playing a game. Yeah. I'm going to be testing your visual effects knowledge on, can you guess the correct thing? I think I have like 7 big moments from Star Wars across the universe of Star Wars.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I know a lot about Star Wars visual effects.
Good.
So
maybe you'll get a queen sweep
here.
It's going to be difficult on some, maybe easy on others.
Okay.
But I'm really throwing a lot at you.
All right.
And the thing is, I want you all to play along as well. So as we're going through, I want you to leave comments as you're guessing, and then post it once you've guessed all of them.
Yeah.
And I want to see how many you got right or wrong, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't give A to C options. Each one has 3 options.
Okay.
So just kind of know top, bottoms, A and C. A, B, C, all right?
Or 1, 2, 3.
Or 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Either way. I will be presenting it to you. We'll be watching clips, looking at pictures, and learning about the visual effects of Star Wars on the behind-the-scenes level.
I'm super excited.
Absolutely. I say we just get into it.
Yeah.
And then we'll come
in.
back at the end. Stick around. We'll talk more about Star Wars to close out the video. All right. Hey everybody, welcome back to Star Wars information breakdowns, things of that nature. I've done like 3, maybe 4. This might be the 4th week of doing breakdowns or analyses on Star Wars, specifically with filmmaking or composition. We've looked at a variety of things from Cad Bane to Ahsoka versus Magistrate fight, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm actually having a lot of fun learning about the intricacies of the filmmaking in Star Wars. And this week, I'm actually going to play a little bit of a game. We got Wyatt. He's on a microphone.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, we don't have a camera for him, but you'll hear him throughout this video because he's going to represent the audience in this video. You all. Not exactly. You might guess different than him, but it's going to be fun. We've done this one time before, and what I've done is I've created a series of clips from the Star Wars universe. I ask a question about the visual effects of creating that scene, and then we give the answer. So as we go along, I want you to guess in the comments. I want you to post your answer once the video is done so that I can see what kind of guesses you made along the way.
And no going back and changing them once you have the
cheating.
right answer. That's cheating. All right?
Yeah, we're on gentleman's agreement or gentle ladies agreement. All right.
Gentle folks.
Gentle folks agreement. We're going to virtually shake hands. No cheating. All right. So let's go ahead and get into the first one. This goes all the way back to The Empire Strikes Back. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Pay close attention.
It's useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did. There's no escape. Don't make me destroy you. Luke, you do not yet realize your importance. You have only begun to discover your power. Join me.
What an iconic scene.
Training. With our combined strength, we can end this destructive conflict and bring order to the galaxy. I'll never join you! If you only knew the power of the dark side.
All right. So our options for the visual effects in here is, was this the wall that they're surrounded by? Is this a green screen? Is this a built set? Or is this early projector tech, similar to what we've seen with the wall volume, but more just old style projectors? Because we know that in some way that George Lucas was thinking about this a long time ago. So did he incorporate it here? Was he actually utilizing it in some way? Or was this green screen or a built set? What do you think, Wyatt?
Now, I've seen pictures of this before.
Okay.
And I think this is a built set.
Okay.
I think the background is a matte painting.
Okay.
And I think Luke's little thing is over top of a couple mats and stuff.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with built set, but also, I originally thought it was a mix between set and blue screen.
Mm-hmm. So not green screen, but blue.
But I'm going to go with built set.
All right. Let's skip. Let's see. Let's get the answer. Hey,
Aha.
It's a built set. I did want to throw in a caveat. Wyatt is right. The floor, I believe that shows all the way down into the big tunnel. That they couldn't build that.
Yeah.
However, that's probably blue screen on
because I feel like I've seen a picture of it from above, and all of that down there was like blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they also had that with the other one we did for Harry Potter. They had that for that winding staircase in Hogwarts.
Very cool.
So yeah, the surrounding wall is a built set. Very good. 1 out of how many we have? I think 6 or 7.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the next one.
We're doing really good.
So far, great.
What is that? Is that Wedge?
I think that is Wedge.
No, that's not Wedge. Wedge.
Oh, that's Luke.
No, yeah, that's Wedge. Wedge Antilles. maybe.
Good shot.
People are gonna roast me in the comments. You don't know. You don't recognize Wedge Antilles, the greatest pilot in the entire galaxy. Yeah, I think that's Wedge. Survived every Star War.
And fall. Bop. All right, so we're paying attention to the Snow Walker. What?
Hey, go ahead.
What are you laughing at?
Go ahead.
I can't hear you very well with these.
Okay, you just keep going on.
You're doing improv.
Give
in the
your
background.
spiel.
All right. So the walker, the snow weapon walker, is it a miniature stop motion? Is it a human-sized puppet? Or is it early animation?
Oh, you want me to answer right now? I was giving the audience like a moment to pause the video, go into the comments and write down.
All right.
I
Think about it.
I think that everybody knows the answer to this question.
Maybe.
Everybody's seen the behind the scenes for this scene in particular.
You might be surprised. What's the answer?
It's miniature stop motion.
All right. Let's see if that's the correct answer. Hey.
In fact, if I can ask you
Yes.
to go back,
Okay.
can we look at that very last where the AT falls?
Yes, you can see the snow look kind of like Play-Doh. Watch this. Look at the snow at the feet, right there.
No, I'm saying the next part. Oh, maybe that's not this. So there's one of them where it falls, and you can actually see a latch on one of the foot.
Oh,
One of the
really?
feet break loose.
Oh, heck
There's
yeah.
a latch that breaks loose, and then it falls forward.
Very cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that one or not.
So yeah, this was an actual miniature.
Yeah.
Done with stop motion. So if you might know this, I would beg to differ. A lot of people might not know this. I mean,
Yeah.
Star Wars geeks would know it, but maybe not. So let's go ahead and keep moving on. These might get a little more tough for you.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Oh, I don't know much about these ones.
This iconic moment, J.J. Abrams films were like, maybe these will be good.
Yeah. This scene in particular is really beautiful.
Absolutely.
And then they kind of just throw it away for a crappy joke in the second movie. This epic scene, she holds out the lightsaber, all of it.
Yeah. Oh, the lightsaber, beautiful. You paying close attention, Wyatt?
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think I should have shortened these a little.
It's all right if you feel the need to skip through them.
All right. So we're going to be focusing on the physical set that was being used to walk on for this scene. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a real location?
Okay.
Is this a built set with blue screen around them? So like the ocean, the sky? Or is this kind of like a real location with blue screen? So you have a built set that's utilizing blue screen in a studio. You have a real location utilizing blue screen for extras, or is this just an all raw scene?
This is tough, actually.
Yes.
Because I feel like I've seen set photos of the location, like a physical location.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember blue screen stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with real location.
Real
A.
location. All right, you're going with A?
Yeah.
Everybody leave your comments which one you think is correct, and let's get the answer. A. Real location, everybody.
Wow.
Wyatt's got 3.
Am I 3 for 3?
3 for 3. Well,
Okay.
3 for 3, yeah.
Yeah.
So, that one was close.
The lighting is really dynamic.
Yes, and I actually cut out a scene that gave it away.
Okay.
So there was this beautiful drone helicopter camera shot that sweeps around them quickly, and I was like, oh, that's obviously...
That might be what I was remembering.
Yeah, because it shows this really wide thing of circling this mountaintop that they're on, and it's really beautiful and dynamic, but it came right after that. So I cut it to try to stump you.
But of course, with modern technology and a drone shot like that, we know
you could do it.
ILM is kind of known for their ability to like generate those little miniature type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they could probably just put a fake Luke and a fake Rey, but the
Absolutely.
lighting would probably look good, and it probably would look real.
Yeah.
But doing it all real is, I think, better.
So that was close, but you got it right.
Awesome.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Yes, Ambassador Snoke. No, that's not his name.
That is Snoke.
It's Snoke, but it's not Ambassador. Idiot. Think you can use the Force.
All right, so for Snoke, they did motion capture. Did they use Lawrence Kern? Did they use Toby Kebbell? Or did they use Andy Serkis?
Okay.
Do you know this?
So, as the Star Wars The Force Awakens movie came out, I was Star Wars 100%.
Yes.
I was looking at every behind the scenes, every set photo, every cast list.
Yes.
And so I know 100% for certain that Serkis did Snoke in the first movie.
Okay.
I don't know if this is like a trick question because I know that Serkis did Snoke in the first movie. But I think I'm going to stick with Serkis.
All right. Everybody got your answer? If you don't know who Andy Serkis is, he's done a lot of motion capture in films. He did Caesar the Ape from Planet of the Apes, and obviously, famously, he did Gollum and other things as well. So let's see if he happened to be the one who also did Snoke. Hey,
Yeah.
It's Andy.
Yeah, see, because I feel like that could have been a trick question where it's like he did play Snoke, but this is the second movie where it was played by Lawrence Kebbell or whoever else was on there.
That would be a good trick. However, that's not the case. So you're doing really well, man.
I told you I know my Star Wars.
You know Star Wars. You know you're filmmaking for Star Wars. All right. Things might get a little more difficult from here on.
You said that last time.
I think this might be information you truly don't know.
Okay.
All right. If you get these next few correct, I will be surprised.
All right. So it's been easy mode up until now.
Relatively easy mode. All right. In my opinion. Now, if I was guessing, I would guess all these correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
All right, let's go to the next one. A little prequel action.
A little bit of Darth Maul.
All right, so the bike that Maul sits atop. Is there a built bike prop, same looking as what we see on screen? Maybe minus the things that needs to hold it up, right? Is it a blue screen or BS bike? Or is there no bike at all for the actor to sit on?
So I feel like there can't be no bike at all.
Okay.
Because the actor needs reference at the very least. And the art designers would need reference if there was no bike at all.
So you're eliminating C.
I'm eliminating C.
Okay.
That leaves the BS bike and the built bike.
BS bike. So an actual bike that's built to look like what we see, or is it just like a blue
based
screen
off of
bike?
nothing except my intuition of what I saw, and I don't know how many hours of watching Quarter Cruise VFX visual breakdowns.
Okay.
I'm going to say that this is a built bike prop.
A built bike prop.
Yeah.
Everybody got your answer? Let's check it out. Oh! It's a blue screen bike.
They did really good.
Also notice no reference for his handles.
No.
None.
Wow.
Just sit on top of this blue half shape.
Okay, so when he walks to the bike, it's a short sequence, but I was looking at the bike, and I was also looking at the robot because I didn't know which one you were going to ask me
Exactly.
about. And I was like, the bike looks real.
Yep.
And then he's sitting on it, and I'm looking at it in front of him, and I'm like, that could be fake. And so it was really a toss-up here.
Yeah. Yep. So blue screen bike, you missed one, my brother.
I did.
I wonder if anybody else has missed any at this point.
Well,
don't cheat. Remember,
don't cheat. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see down in the comments.
All right, I think we got two more.
Okay.
All right,
we'll get through these pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, the last one, there's a video answer that's beautiful that I want to end the video with. So it has to do with Book of Boba Fett. Okay. I'll just give you that. So this is not that one, but let's watch it. Pay close attention. All right, so a lot of times directors will do something on set that they want to change later for a specific reason. The iconic bikini scene with Carrie Fisher, she has a drape that flows down to the ground. It's purple in the film. It's this orangish, reddish purple, mostly purple. Was this sash, this drape, originally blue and made purple after through visual effects? Was it red and given a purple hue in visual effects, or was it just purple?
I feel like my knowledge of what the sash looks like when they're outside in the sun, I remember it more reddish.
From behind the scenes photos and such?
No, from the movie.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They might have changed the actual color of it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times with color correction, you can just isolate and fix. So did they do that with her sash, or did they do nothing?
This could be a trick question.
This is a deep cut, everybody.
Yeah, this is tough. I honestly have no idea, so I'm kind of guessing here.
Okay, give it a guess.
I'm gonna say red made purple.
Okay, everybody got your comments guess in? Here we go. Behind the scenes picture. Nope.
Oh, it's purple.
It's just purple.
Okay. Yeah, you tricky son of a gun. Of course, it's just purple.
It's just purple. I just had to throw in that classic bikini scene for this video. Maybe I'll make it the thumbnail. Just kidding.
Dang.
All right. Yeah, so stumped you again.
Stump me again.
So that's 4-2.
Yeah. If I were a real Star Wars fan, I would know about the bikini.
You would know about the bikini. Come on.
I would actually know.
That was the most scandalous the show ever got. All right, look. So I think this is the last one.
Okay.
So let's and it's really cool. So let's watch this scene.
Oh.
Cold blood. All right. So as we know from Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, the volume was used for most of everything. For these scenes that are filmed inside of Jabba's room, Jabba the Hutt's palace area, throne room, I guess is the correct term. Did they use the regular standard volume LED wall for the background and such with just like props, I guess? Or did they do a mix of, a built set, so a completely built set for that? Or did they do a mix of both, so some walls and props are there, which it's kind of obvious they have like the chair and everything, but like the pillars, maybe that could have been real. And then they're just like the back walls are LED. What do you think?
So I'm going to go ahead and right off the bat eliminate the volume LED wall for all of it, because clearly Boba Fett and Fennec Shand walk down the steps. So they're there in something. So there is a set. Now, whether there's like a background LED wall, I can't say for certain. So again, this is kind of a toss-up. A coin flip.
A coin flip, if you might say. So you're between a completely built set or a partially built with LED support. Yeah. The volume support.
And I think, and here's the thing about the LED wall, is that it is super deceiving because all the light is correct.
Yes.
The light coming off the wall, everything on their faces. So it's harder to tell, what's going on. Yeah. So it's easy to be like, yeah, that's a, real wall. But I'm going to put my faith and my heart into the fact that they built this set for Jabba's throne room. Okay. I'm going to say there's no LED wall here, and this is a legit set.
All right. I'm going to give you the answer because you don't have headphones on, so you can't hear this video. But write in your comments what your guess is. Post it right now. All of them. Post it right now. And here's the answer for this last one. It is a completely built set. Woo! Now, I want to finish by watching this video behind the scenes with Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau and the creators talking about how they needed to build it. And it's really good. I just want to end with this clip.
Jabba's Palace, we were desperate to put that on the volume. The challenge with Jabba's Palace is we simply couldn't find a good scene for where we could go from practical to the digital walls. It had to match exactly from the blueprints of the original movie, Return of the Jedi.
when we do recreate things like Jabba's palace, we show it the proper respect, and not just the respect for making it look like the place, like when we did the cantina, but for the people that worked on it, for the people that were a part of the legacy of Lucasfilm that are the reason we have jobs. Living up to that expectation and living up to that creativity.
Oh wow, we're in the palace, and there's that weird mobile hanging down the stairs where Carrie Fisher hits her head when she's about, like all the thing, every detail is exact, because everybody has a personal relationship with every frame of those movies. And you walk on a set, and of course that thing's there. Everything, it's exactly the same.
That's beautiful. I love the respect that they've given to the Star Wars story by actually taking time to build Jabba's throne room the way that they did to match it perfectly with the original version when they first were creating the idea, back when George Lucas was obviously directing or producing the story. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was fun. Leave a comment below and let me know if you want to see more content like this. I do all kinds of content about Star Wars and other franchises, other films, other shows, and dive into the filmmaking of them, because I believe that if you know what to look for in shows and movies that these professionals, these masterful creators put out, and you know how to analyze them correctly, then you can actually learn the tips and tricks and process for production and apply it to your own films tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing to the channel and liking this video. That would mean a whole lot. Love you guys. Watch another video if you want to that I've done on Star Wars. But right now, Wyatt's going to come back and he's going to talk about Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Rebels show and do an analysis for character and story from that scene. So stick around. Wyatt's up next.
Hey, welcome back to the studio. We are going to be looking at a scene from Star Wars Rebels. The main focus is Obi-Wan and Darth Maul. It's a short interaction between the two of them. An important scene, I feel like, in the Star Wars universe, the saga, if you will, that I don't think we're going to be able to see in the new Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I believe I read some things that were saying that Darth Maul is not going to be in the show, and since probably mostly because of this scene here, we ultimately know how the story between these two ends. We saw in The Phantom Menace that Obi-Wan fought Darth Maul, cut him in half, and we thought he was dead. In the Star Wars The Clone Wars show, it's revealed that he somehow survived that grievous wound and went on to become a very big villain in the later seasons of The Clone Wars and in Star Wars Rebels. He's sort of moved away from this ideology of who the Sith are and who the Jedi are, and sort of see them as people that have betrayed him. He wants to destroy both the Jedi and the Sith and kind of just start something new, but still in that sort of corrupt, evil way of thinking that he's in. For Obi-Wan, this is the big deal because this is the first time that we see him in the cartoons as old Obi-Wan, who's watching over Luke Skywalker out in the deserts of Tatooine. And we know that with the new Kenobi show coming up, we're going to see sort of a younger Obi-Wan who's just a few years after his big fight with Anakin and hiding away in the desert. And we're going to be seeing an Obi-Wan who is kind of lost his faith almost, his drive of being that kind of that honorable knight in service of the galaxy, fighting for other people and everything. And now he's kind of just hiding and doesn't know what to do with himself. And we don't know exactly the details of the show, just that there's going to be the Inquisitors coming in. And they're going to be hunting either for him or for some other Force-sensitive character. And I think at least that Obi-Wan is going to intervene. And that's kind of what the story is going to be about. This is kind of going to be the transition Obi-Wan. The one between the last Obi-Wan, who is very, sort of patriotic for the Republic and knows his place and knows his purpose. And then Star Wars A New Hope's Obi-Wan, who is, he's found some sort of peace, almost like an ancient sage or wizard hiding away in the desert, but not lost, not, searching for purpose, kind of has come to terms with his situation and knows what he's going to do, and is very dangerous in his own right now. So the scene we're going to be looking at is going to be starring that latter Obi-Wan. And we're just going to look at it and analyze it and talk about it a little bit. So let's go ahead and jump into it.
Look what has become of you. A rat in the desert.
Look what I have risen above.
I have come to kill you, but perhaps it's worse to leave you here, festering in your squalor.
If you define yourself by your power to take life, your desire to dominate, to possess, then you have nothing.
So real quick, I'm going to be maybe stopping and rewinding a little bit throughout this. Again, I'd like to reiterate the fact that Obi-Wan in this has kind of found who he is and what his purpose is in the galaxy. And it's pretty obvious that Darth Maul doesn't understand what that means. He thinks that Obi-Wan is kind of just rotting out here and hiding away from everyone, and doesn't understand that there's a bigger purpose than his own goals and his own desires. And even Obi-Wan says that if you value certain things like how you can fight or take a life or whatever, you're not going to find a true meaning, a true passion. And so we see that this Obi-Wan is a big contrast to the Obi-Wan that we're going to see in the Kenobi show. So let's keep watching.
And what do you have? Why come to this place? Not simply to hide. Oh, you have a purpose here. Perhaps you are protecting something? No. Protecting someone.
This is a very poignant moment, I think. We see every time Obi-Wan has to defend himself, he really kind of almost takes pleasure in his own skill, something that he was just berating Maul over. Every time in the prequels, he has to fight, either alongside Anakin or by himself. He's always making a witty comment, jumping into it with a smile, keeping emotions out of it. And it's interesting, though, that every time he is fighting for something more, or he's fighting to defend somebody, he gets very he doesn't get angry, but he does get emotional. We see that when Darth Maul kills Qui-Gon Jinn in the first movie, Obi-Wan goes from being serious about the fight to being all in, to putting every bit of his emotion into the fight and into winning. And that's what made him so dangerous. And we see when in his fight against Anakin, this is a very emotional battle. He's putting everything into this, and he wins ultimately because he's not holding back. And then again here, Maul mentions you're not just hiding. If he was just hiding, if he was just avoiding being caught, I think Obi-Wan would go into this fight a little bit more. I mean, I'm going to use the word flippant, although I know that's not the right word, but not with quite so much gusto that he ultimately goes in here with. Because the next few scenes and the next short interaction that they have is a deadly one. And I don't think the fight would have been quite so deadly if Obi-Wan wasn't serious. So let's continue. Very short interaction. I remember watching this for the first time and I thought, oh yeah, here we go. These two aren't really mincing words here. They have a very short conversation and then go right into the fight. Which I feel like kind of makes sense. They've both been through quite a bit at this point. They don't really need to have a long, drawn-out kind of Luke Vader conversation. They know that they're enemies. They know that their goals are different. And so they're just throwing a few words at each other. But we see from this interaction that Obi-Wan has done more than just take Luke out to the desert and hide. He's achieved almost like this grand master status of learning in the Force. His movements are very precise. They're very quick. This is a very samurai-esque scene. Short, fast, very beautiful to watch, even though it's so fleeting. And it tells a story about who these people are. Maul has not changed over the years. He's not developed a new fighting style. He has relied on the strength that he has and the anger that he has throughout the series, whereas Obi-Wan clearly by this point has changed quite a bit and is furthering not only his ability with the Force, his ability with patience and time, but also his abilities with the lightsaber and, you know, the usage of it.
Tell me, is it the chosen one?
He is. He will avenge us.
That last part, it goes to show that Maul still believes that he was wronged. And clearly, if you watch the Clone Wars show, he was very much tossed aside by Darth Sidious, a member of his clan, Savage Opress, I think his name was. Wacky. It was a wacky naming system. Savage was killed by Darth Sidious, and then Darth Maul was sort of tossed aside, not to be the apprentice anymore. But he's still under the idea that he was wronged and he needs to be avenged. And he, I think, believes that Obi-Wan kind of feels the same way too. But we know that Obi-Wan has kind of made peace with that at this point, and that he's going to go on to not try and destroy the Sith and destroy the Jedi, but to try to bring, pardon my pun or wordplay here, but a new hope for the Jedi and for the Force. And he's going to sacrifice his life doing so. Even, knowing that perhaps he can continue to guide Luke in the future. Also, the training that he has gone through here on Tatooine, and I do believe he was training. I don't think he was sitting idle by and just waiting, but I think he was training, and I think that training prepares him for being the Force ghost kind of character and helping to guide Luke even after he's gone and sort of joined in with the Force after he's dead. But it's really cool to see what Obi-Wan looked like before right at the end, at the beginning of the Empire's reign, and right here, right sort of just a few short years before the events of A New Hope starts. And then it's super cool and exciting to see that middle stage, after Luke is a few years old, and Obi-Wan is still trying to process what happened, that his best friend and apprentice became evil, that he killed his own wife, that all the Jedi are dead. This Obi-Wan has made peace with that and knows how to deal with that, and honestly how to get what is in his way out of the way so that he can make sure that Luke can save them, as opposed to the Obi-Wan who doesn't know what he's going to do. He doesn't know where he's at. And I think this is, again, an important scene to look at and to analyze and think about going into the Kenobi show, that this is kind of where we're going to end up, because we're not going to see Darth Maul. And I don't know that we're going to see this version of Obi-Wan in the show. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video and you like this content, please leave a like and subscribe down below. Turn on the bell notification as well so that you can get notified when these videos are released. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
So right off the top, you just finished talking about Kenobi and kind of the history of where he's at in this place, right?
Yes.
But what are you thinking about the Kenobi show after the trailer is dropped? After, we're kind of seeing where we are in the story. Luke's about 7.
Yeah,
Luke's like
young.
7, 8. You know what I mean?
But even in that clip, in that Rebels clip, I believe at the end you see Luke running like to his house.
Yeah,
and I don't think I think he's kind of probably closer to like 15 or 16.
Gotcha.
Not quite where
and
where
this,
he's at.
Ben Kenobi, he looks like we're about to jump into A New Hope.
Oh yeah, and they're even moving away from the Ewan McGregor style voice that they used in the Clone Wars, and moving into more of that Alec Guinness.
Yeah.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force
always
be with you. Like he's got a nasal passage issue.
I remember
May the
once
Force be with
I was watching a video with the guy who plays this Obi-Wan in it, and it was I don't remember who it was. It was some movie review YouTube channel, but they had him on and they were talking about the new Star Wars movies and new stuff like Rebels and stuff coming up, and I commented on the video and I was like, this man is a treasure, and stuff like that. Like I really appreciate him and his acting.
Yeah.
He replied to my comment.
He did?
Like, yeah, he was like, "Thank you very much. It's good to see the appreciation and love in the
voice
community."
actor for
that voice actor for that
replied to your comment.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was very happy.
How old is this guy?
I don't know.
He sounds like he's an older man.
Yeah, but his
is he actually an older man?
Yeah,
judging
not
by
like
how he looks.
old, but I think more later middle age.
And he's all up on the YouTubes.
But this was a while ago, but still, it was a cool experience. He's got that. It is Sir Alec Guinness, right?
I think so.
Who plays the original Obi-Wan.
I'll tell you.
He does that voice that never before has there been a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Yeah.
You know, he does that so well.
I think it's, when I first heard it, I'm like, oh, it can't be.
It can't be. He's dead. Yeah, that's what I thought too. It's very cool. I have a question.
Yeah.
And I think I've asked this before.
Alec Guinness.
Yeah, Alec Guinness.
Guinness.
With the new Kenobi show coming out, do you think we're going to get any Liam Neeson? I haven't seen any Liam Neeson anything.
I think no.
But they could be keeping it under wraps.
There's potential. Here's the thing. I know you said it looks like we're not going to see any Maul.
Yeah.
But we were saying that all the way up until No Way Home came out for Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
But also, we didn't necessarily know that Ahsoka was going to be in The Mandalorian.
She just showed up.
She just kind of showed up.
And everyone wetted themselves.
Yeah, everybody was kind of like, Rosario Dawson's doing something. She's doing something.
Maybe it's Ahsoka. She'd be a great Ahsoka.
Well, because there were all of the fan art was of her as Ahsoka. Everybody saying she'd be a great Ahsoka.
And then we saw it.
But I think it would be cool to see.
It's possible.
It's just they're really going. They seem to be really going heavy with this Inquisitor thing, and so I think they're going to be the big antagonists.
Most likely. What's Maul's relationships with the Inquisitor?
I don't think he likes them.
Okay.
Because they are a tool for Darth Vader and Darth Sidious.
So let me ask you this. So I don't think. Now, Dave Filoni's not directing this. I don't even think he's producing it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But do you think that Star Wars, Disney, would try to retell in a live action what they've already told from Rebels or Clone Wars? Like, they wouldn't do... We haven't seen this at this point, but I don't know that it would be smart to try to retell the same story, just live action. But they could do it.
If they did this scene... with Ewan McGregor and Ray Park,
be sick.
I think I would scream like a little girl because that is easily one of my favorite scenes in all of Star Wars. Is that scene because we know how Maul fights, and we know how Obi-Wan fights, and the fact that he just 1, 2, you know.
I'll say this though, Ray Park is busy.
He is.
As the Darth Maul.
Yeah.
If you check out his Instagram, he's got all kinds of, what do you call them? Conferences? Cons, Comic-Con stuff. Where he's getting his prosthetics on. And we've mentioned this. We've mentioned this on the podcast. There is high possibility that he's showing up in the live actions at some point.
At some point, at least.
Now, Ray Park, he didn't do the Maul that was in Solo, did he? Was that him?
Oh, I don't know.
Let me ask you this.
I actually don't know.
Who played...
it was interesting, though, that Darth Maul was in Solo. I thought that was kind of weird.
It seems like they were setting themselves up for something.
Especially because sort of during that time, he's so heavily involved with Ezra Bridger. He's trying to get Ezra Bridger to be his apprentice.
Yeah.
And he's searching for like the holocrons and things.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at right here. Character is simply listed in the credits as Maul. Well, go into why in a second, but he is still played by actor stunt performer Ray Park, who originated the role Phantom Menace. Okay, so it
says he has a different voice though.
Yeah, so they did a different voice acting. But
yeah, so Sam down does it say who voices Maul? Because Sam.
Let's see, Peter. Yeah, he replaced the original voice actor.
Oh.
Who voiced Maul in the fan? Oh no, but yeah. So Ray Park, he didn't do the voice even in Phantom Menace. He was just the physical actor.
Oh, okay.
So the Peter
Oh, okay.
He
So they
did the
They
Phantom
got the
Menace.
original
Yeah,
guy
he
who
dubbed.
voiced Darth Maul. It was a dub.
It was a dub in the Phantom
okay.
Menace. So Ray Park has never spoke for Darth Maul.
And then Sam something or another, I don't remember his last name. He voices Darth Maul in the Clone Wars and in Rebels.
Yeah,
And he
okay.
does a good job.
So, but it seems like they got Ray Park back for the physical acting even in Solo.
Yeah.
So he's busy. I mean, his Instagram is all about the fact that he is Darth Maul.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's crazy because he's been in so many other movies.
So many.
So I mean, he played Toad.
Yeah.
In the X-Men, the first movie. He played Snake Eyes in the
I think he did.
in the original G.I. Joe
Yeah.
movies. He's been in a lot of stuff, and a lot of the things he's been in, he's worn a mask.
Yeah.
And so you don't know it's him, but you can tell it's him by his physical acting.
Mhm.
I've been able to watch a movie and see some dude in a mask and he's fighting. I'm like, that's Ray Park.
Ray Park.
That's 100% Ray Park.
Yeah. But so what I'm saying is it's possible.
Okay.
Based on his Instagram, he's always doing Darth Maul things. So he could easily just slip into putting on the prosthetics for a quick,
Yeah,
you know,
just a
maybe
quick-
Kenobi
just a
season
little-
2 role. You know what I'm saying?
just a little 5-hour prosthetic process. You know,
Yeah.
just slip into the role for a few minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it could happen.
I mean, I'm interested to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd even be cool to just hear his voice.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would deliver that for the storytelling, but it'd be cool to hear his voice.
Switching gears real quick before we end
Mhm.
this episode. Good freaking job on that game.
Thanks. I really didn't think I'd be able to do it.
You missed 2.
I did miss 2, but those are tricky ones.
Which ones did you miss
I
again?
missed the Leia's bikini.
You thought it was
sash.
is
I was like-
red?
because I'm remembering the outside.
Yes.
Where it's all orange and red.
They
and
could do that too,
the
though.
big pop of color is Luke's lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one was...
Was it the outside? It wasn't the last question. It might have been the one where it was Rey and Luke on the mountaintop.
No, I got that one.
Then the other one was Maul. Maul on the bike.
Maul on the speed bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that one
That was a
wrong.
blue screen. I thought it was...
Isn't that crazy?
yeah.
Now the thing is, I'm basing these answers a little bit on what's shown in the pictures.
Mhm.
So we know the only time Maul's really on that bike in that setting is that scene.
Yeah.
So I can deduct and say we don't have anything else from the behind the scenes, so we know blue speed bike.
Yeah.
It very well they could have made an actual thing,
Yeah. And
but
if I had like looked at the shadow, you know, of the bike and looked at, if I had seen the bike, I think for just a few frames more,
yeah,
I would have been like, yeah,
Okay.
that's fake.
that's fake. Either way, you did good. 4 and you missed 2.
Yeah.
Or you got 5 and you missed 2. You got 5 and you missed 2.
Yeah.
Good job. I probably wouldn't have gotten as many.
It was a good game. It was a fun game.
You liked it?
Yeah.
I prepared it just for you, my man.
I was really excited to do that. That got me amped.
Yeah. And let us know in the comments if you like the format. I know we did stuff a little different this week, both a game and you analyzing video,
Yeah.
which doesn't usually happen.
I'd like to do it a little bit more.
I think you flowed really well with it.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
I think it moved along very nicely. I'd like to build on that with you. Thanks for watching, everybody. Subscribe to the podcast channel. That's where you're here watching this right now. We do a podcast every Monday and Friday night on audio platforms like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So check us out there. You hear us talk a lot more.
We do get to talk a lot more. And Josh is there too.
Yeah, he's
So-
also there.
There's 3 people talking. Our conversation can get crazy and dynamic.
giggly.
And giggly.
We giggle a
And a
lot.
little bit angry sometimes.
Sometimes real angry.
Sometimes
I actually cut out a part of the podcast where I was this close to screaming at Joshua.
Oh, yeah?
But I made a comment that sounded like I was angry. So I was like, I'm gonna cut that out.
I didn't realize that.
It was when I said he interrupted my thought and I said, if you don't have anything productive to say, just be quiet.
Oh.
And so I cut that out.
Oh.
So either way, if you're here at the end of the video, you know that happened.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're humans and we still love each other. So thanks for watching.
Thank you.